Once upon a time, nestled in a small cottage with his mother, lived a young boy named Jack. They were very poor, and their only possession of value was a single dairy cow. One sad morning, Jack's mother told him, "Jack, we have no money left for food. Now, you must take our cow, Milky White, to the market and sell her for the best price you can get." Jack was sad to part with their beloved cow, but he knew they had no choice. He set off on the road to the market, leading Milky White by a rope. He hadn't gone very far when he met a strange-looking old man. The man's eyes twinkled as he said, "Good morning, Jack. That's a fine cow you have there. Where are you off to?" Jack explained that he was going to the market to sell her. The old man reached into his pocket and pulled out a small wrinkled pouch. "I'll make you a better offer," he said. "I'll trade you these 5 magic beans for your cow." Jack hesitated. Beans for a cow? It sounded like a terrible deal. Yeah, but the man insisted, "These aren't ordinary beans, my boy. Plant them overnight, and by morning, they will grow right up to the sky. I promise." The idea of magic was too exciting for Jack to resist. He made the trade, handed over Milky White's rope, and rushed home with the beans clutched in his hand. When he showed his mother, she was furious. "You foolish boy," she cried. "You traded our only cow for a handful of worthless beans?" In her anger, she threw the beans out the window and sent Jack to bed without any supper. The next morning, Jack woke up to a strange sight. His room was dark and filled with green light. He rushed to the window and gasped. Where his mother had thrown the beans, a gigantic beanstalk had sprouted, so thick and tall it disappeared into the clouds. The old man was right. It was magic after all. Without a second thought, Jack decided to climb it. He wanted to see where it led. He climbed and climbed up through the clouds for what felt like hours. Finally, he reached the top and found himself in a strange new land, a kingdom in the sky. In the distance, he saw a massive castle. Curious and hungry, Jack walked to the castle and knocked on the enormous door. The door creaked open, and a giantess, the wife of the castle's owner, looked down at him. "What are you doing here, little boy?" she asked, her voice surprisingly gentle. "My husband is a fearsome giant, and he loves to eat little boys for breakfast. You must hide." She quickly hid Jack in the oven just as the ground began to shake with thunderous footsteps. The giant stomped into the room, sniffing the air loudly. "Fee, fee, fo, fum. I smell the blood of an Englishman. Be he alive or be he dead, I'll grind his bones to make my bread." "Ah, nonsense," said his wife. "You just smelled the stew I made for your dinner." The giant ate his massive meal and then called for his treasures. First, he brought out a bag of gold coins and counted them until he fell asleep, snoring like a thunderstorm. Seizing his chance, Jack crept out, grabbed the bag of gold, and scrambled back down the beanstalk as fast as he could. His mother was overjoyed to see him safe, and even more so to see the gold. For a while, they lived comfortably. But soon, the gold ran out. So, Jack decided to climb the beanstalk again. This time, the giantess was more wary, but still took pity on him and hid him again. After his meal, the giant brought out a hen that laid golden eggs on command. As soon as the giant dozed off, Jack snatched the magical hen and made his escape. The golden eggs kept them fed and comfortable for a long time. But Jack, filled with a thirst for adventure, climbed the beanstalk a third and final time. This time, after the giant ate, he brought out a beautiful golden harp that played enchanting music all by itself. The music lulled the giant to sleep. Jack tiptoed over and grabbed the harp, but as he ran, the harp cried out, "Master! Master!" The giant woke up with a roar and saw Jack with his harp. He chased Jack out of the castle and down the beanstalk. Jack scrambled down as fast as his legs would carry him, the giant's heavy footsteps shaking the stalk above. "Mother, bring the axe," he yelled as he neared the bottom. His mother rushed out with an axe. As soon as Jack touched the ground, he took the axe and chopped at the base of the beanstalk with all his might. With a mighty crack, the beanstalk toppled over, and the giant came crashing down to the ground, never to be seen again. From that day on, Jack and his mother lived happily. With the hen that laid golden eggs and the magical singing harp, they were never poor again. And Jack, having learned a valuable lesson about bravery and quick thinking, never had to sell their cow for beans again. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like and subscribe for more magical tales. See you next time.